So in this Marvel video, we've got a bunch of information to talk about. Even Tom Holland spitting some truth. So we had this to say: I know everything now. I had a big pitch meeting with Marvel and Sony about 2 weeks ago, and I know all the secrets, but I've done about 1,000 interviews, so I know now how not to spoil any more movies. So that's interesting. So he's referring to Spider-Man 3, that he knows everything that's going to happen, because obviously they will be shooting Spider-Man 3 this coming summer, and then it comes out 2021, which is next year. So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you're on this channel, make sure to subscribe. Don't ever miss any of the content. At the 100,000 subscriber marker, we'll be giving away an epic gift. So you got to do is subscribe. So let's talk about She-Hulk, aka Jennifer, and let's talk about Moonknight, aka Mark Spector. So there is some information going around the community regarding She-Hulk and Moonknight. And as I said, guys, the sources are very questionable, because the source for the She-Hulk information, I've been told some stuff by this insider personally that didn't come true, but I guess his record is decent. Okay, so according to Daniel Richmond's Patreon account, which is a website where you pay to access exclusive content, which you can't get if you don't pay for. So according to his Patreon account, they are apparently looking for, now this sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, apparently Marvel Studios is seeking an Alison Brie type to play She-Hulk. What exactly does that mean? I don't actually know what it means. I mean, Alison Brie is an actor. She's like been the voice actor for a character in the Lego movie. She's been in Community. She was in the 5-year engagement. She's not really that well known in the UK. She's got a bunch of projects coming up. So I presume that means that she's generally a funny person in roles. So I presume they're looking for some kind of funny person. She's, according to her synopsis, it says she was born in Hollywood and resides in California. So they're seeking some Alison Brie type role for a person, which is interesting. It does say they're looking for someone around the age of 26 to 34, which it's interesting because it's weird. So Brie has recently landed a Netflix series called Glow, which focuses on female wrestling. So that could add precedent. So it doesn't specifically say that it will be Alison Brie, but like I said, guys, the source is just as viable as the information, so take it with a pinch of salt, massive grain of salt actually. So it would be interesting. As we know, everyone's being fan casted for She-Hulk. So many different actors, people from Brooklyn Nine-Nine to Gino, who was in Mandalorian, and she was also in Deadpool, former UFC, Ronda Rousey. So many people have been fan casted into this role. But what is interesting about this is we have a working title, allegedly, called a Libra, a nod towards Jennifer being a lawyer. And it might begin to shoot in July, August in Atlanta, Georgia. But I've actually heard personally from a source that She-Hulk's actually going to be shooting in the UK, so I'm not really sure about that. So we do know that an Emmy award-winning writer who worked on Rick and Morty is the head writer for She-Hulk. But like I say, guys, that doesn't actually mean it's going to be great like Rick and Morty. We have to see how this does play out later down the road. So the character information with this apparently is Jennifer will become an Avenger, and the series could introduce her origin story, which directly correlates into Bruce Banner, played by Mark Ruffalo. And apparently Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, could appear in this series. But then you have conflicting reports coming from Mark Ruffalo himself, when he comes out and says stuff like he doesn't even know if he's going to play the Hulk again. And then we get these weird stories that Marvel, Disney have the rights back to the Hulk, when they don't. Universal still has the rights. So we know this series should be coming out summer/fall 2021, but we don't know who's going to be She-Hulk. But they're looking for some Alison Brie type person. And then on the same day, more information come out. Now, I don't know the actual validity or exactly where this is coming from, but apparently they are looking for Zac Efron type, a Zac Efron type character. I mean, Zac Efron is in pretty good shape. He's not very tall, he's not very muscular, he's like lean. So apparently they're searching for a Zac Efron type Moonknight character. Now, why don't they just get Moonknight exactly? Now, it does say on this post that no, they haven't met with any particular actress, so no counting on any has been true. So they're looking for an Alison Brie type character for She-Hulk. Okay, why not just say they're looking for some female that aged 25 to 30, and they're looking for Zac Efron for Moonknight? Or why not say they're looking for like a 20 to 30-year-old for the Moonknight role. And what is interesting is, remember a while back when everyone under the freaking sun was confirming Daniel Radcliffe to play Moonknight? Well, the actor himself has debunked it. Speaking to Coming Soon website, Radcliffe dismissed the report out. Said they're getting out of hand, stating that Moonknight rumors are untrue. I can officially debunk that one. I haven't heard anything about it. He did go on to say he's absolutely ready to get involved with another huge franchise property almost a decade after playing Harry Potter. If I was to ever go back into a franchise, I think the bar for the script would be even higher than anything else. So literally, script writing, Marvel is pretty weak, so I don't really think he's inferring to that he's going to be playing Mark Spector, is he? So if they are going to be casting someone for Moon Knight, I've said multiple times that Stephen Amell, who was the Arrow star, could be Moon Knight. Henry Cavill could be Moon Knight. So many different characters. Zac Efron himself could be Moon Knight. But to say they're looking for a Moon Knight-esque character is like a Zac Efron character. Like, that's why I don't know if I really believe these, but I think it's interesting and it is getting trending. It is trendy on Twitter. Literally my whole feed is people in the community and in the comic book world and in Marvel world posting Alison Brie is She-Hulk, and then posting this stuff about Zac Efron type character, which is very weird, really. I mean, I can't find the actual source of the original story, but to say they're looking for a Zac Efron type actor. I mean, initially, if we go back to when I first made my Stephen Amell reports, the actual description for who they wanted for Moon Knight was coming from Geeks Worldwide, where, according to this article, the studio is searching for a Jewish actor to play Mark Spector, preferably of Israel descendants. Specifically, they said to be looking for Zac Efron type. The other outlets report that Efron was the top choice to play Icarus in the Eternals movie before Richard Madden landed the role. But the fact that this article states that Zac Efron is Jewish doesn't rule him out to actually be it. But I can't honestly see Zac Efron appearing in the MCU. Although I would really want Zac Efron to be the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four. I can keep saying it, but there's a long list of actors that have been linked to this. Andrew Garfield, Warstu. Daniel Radcliffe has debunked it, said he's not interested. Warstu's debunked it and said he's interested, but not that interested. So Shia LaBeouf from the Transformers franchise, he's also been in the running, but he's not actually said anything. But most actors don't actually address anything. So also in the news, over the last couple of days, there's been some really interesting, well, it's not actually interesting. So apparently Mr. Kevin Feige, the Lord, the Savior, no, that's not Zack Snyder, that's Zack Snyder, but the Marvel Savior, if you like, apparently was going to walk out of the MCU if we didn't get female-led movies, which is very weird. So apparently he stormed in somewhere and was like, yo, I'm going to leave unless we get female-led movies. But this is kind of weird and kind of, I don't actually believe the story, because we get the first female-led movie in 2019 and it's called Captain Marvel, when realistically Black Widow should have had a solo movie years ago. So let's go directly over the paraphrase quote of what was actually said. So what I find funny, guys, is these articles, these quotes always come from UK papers, never American papers. So speaking to The Independent, which is kind of respectable, not really, it's okay. Star Mark Ruffalo revealed a conversation he had with Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige on the set of The Avengers. In their conversation, Kevin Feige discussed how he wanted to urge Disney to let Marvel Studios take on female-driven superhero movies. Kevin Feige expressed at the time that this person wouldn't budge. When we did the first Avengers movie, Kevin Feige said, listen, I might not be here tomorrow. He's like, yeah, he does not believe that anyone will go in a female starring movie. So if I'm still here tomorrow, you know that I won the battle. Mark Ruffalo continued by stating how meeting between Kevin Feige and Disney heads changed Marvel Studios. That was a turning point for Marvel, because Kevin Feige wanted black superheroes, women superheroes, LGBT superheroes. He changed the whole Marvel universe. We now have a gay superhero. We now have black superheroes. We have female superhero Scarlett Johansson, who has our own movie coming out soon. We've had Captain Marvel, and they're doing everything. We're getting She-Hulk next. No other studios is being that forward inclusive on that level. Bruh, hold my beer. What about the DC universe? What about Wonder Woman movie? What about everything they've done? Like bruh, like, hold my beer. Look, what about like Suicide Squad? Really? Seriously? Black Mask? Gay? Like, I don't get why they come out saying no, the studio's doing stuff like this. DC did this before them. I hope that causes controversy down below so you guys talk about it. So let me know, was Kevin Feige ever going to leave the company if he didn't get his own way? No, he just wanted to stamp his authority realistically. But I would love to know what Kevin Feige actually does. So if anyone can put down below specifically or pacifically, as you guys love in the comment section, specifically or pacifically, as you guys love to call it, Pacific Ocean down below, what does Kevin Feige actually do? Like, what does he actually do? Yes, he's the chief operating officer, but what does he do? Does he script write every single movie? No. Does he overlook every single movie? Probably. Does he do much? I don't know. So guys, let me know down below who should be She-Hulk, who should be Moon Knight. Let me know down below. Should they cast Zac Efron in the role of Moon Knight? And should they cast the cinematic genius that is Alison Brie to play She-Hulk? I don't know. I'm just trying to do more Marvel content at the moment. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.